Today, Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar will speak on the topic of the production and operations management, and he is a renowned professor for the production and operations management. He's written numerous papers in the case of the production and operation management, and his teaching is the worldwide teaching in the different university and colleges of India and abroad. The syllabus of the production and operation management to acquaint the student with the decision making in the planning, scheduling, and control of the production and operation management functions in both manufacturing and services. Impact of the information technology and technological advancement for upgradation of facility and productive improvement in operations. Different topics of the syllabus of the operation management is the classification of decision area in the operation management, brief history, operation strategy, flexibility, modern and traditional approach, services and their characteristics, service matrix, service quality, role of services in economy, quality control, what is quality, statistical process control, control charts, X chart, R chart, P chart, C chart. Quality management, acceptance sampling, cost of quality, total quality management, history of total quality management, quality gauge, Deming, Juran, Ishikawa, quality circles, zero defect concept, service quality model, Six Sigma. Productivity, various kinds of the productive measures, multi-factor productivity, efficiency and effectiveness, business process reengineering, benchmarking, pursuit of excellence in organization, Tata Business Excellency Model, supply chain management, purchasing, value analysis, value engineering, vendor relations, learning curves, forward buying, make or buy decision, inventory model, safety stocks, optimal order quantity, EOQ, economic batch quantity, ABC analysis, wave analysis, building of supply chain, orientation and implementation of the supply chain functions within an organization, single source versus multiple source, spatial decisions, plant layout, basic types of layout and their merits and demerits, optimization in process layout, use of the schematic diagrams and software to solve the layout problems, applications in the service industries, introduction to the cellular manufacturing and group technology, location and factors affecting a location, timing decision, production planning and control, importance of the time horizon, devoting of the plans, production control, assembly and line balancing, scheduling, shop loading, and index method. The contents of the operation and production management. Unit 1, operation management basics. Unit 2, strategy and operation strategy. Unit 3, service and their characteristics. Unit 4, quality control. Unit 5, quality management. Unit 6, productivity. Unit 7, efficiency and effectiveness. Unit 8, supply chain management. Unit 9, inventory model and safety stocks. Unit 10, building a supply chain. Building a supply chain. Unit 11, facility planning and layout. Unit 12, facility location. Unit 13, production planning and control. Unit 14, operation scheduling. Operation management basic. The contents are objectives, introduction, historical background, scientific management, time and motion study, World War II to the 1960 operation research, the 1970s to the 1980s, the Japanese challenge, the 90s and after, defining operation management, modern versus traditional approach, transformation approach, value-driven approach, operation management basics, the operation manager's role, interface with other functions, summary, keywords, review questions, and the further readings are given there. These are the topics defined for the operation management. Unit 1 basic. After studying this unit, you will be able to recognize the meaning and scope of the operation management, describe the historical background of the operation management, explain the interrelationship of operation management with different functions, discuss the role of the operation managers. Operation management concentrate on the core businesses, squeezes out the waste and focuses on the differentiating between the computers in the management meaningful way. The importance of the operation management lie in examining the processes by which goods and services are created and to use the available knowledge and technique to resolve problems. It has to think and rethink whether the practices adopted are still appropriate today, and if not, what new techniques and methodology should replace them. In fast clock speed industry, the focus of the operation management is on the structural components of the discipline, i.e. product design, process, capacity, and location. In slow stock speed industry, the focus of the discipline is on the infrastructural component, quality, manufacture, outsourcing, planning, and other components of the transformation process. The success of the operation management can be measured by its ability in creating world-class company. Example, in moderate close speed industries, Bajaj Auto has focused on operation management to emerge as a lowest control manufacturer of two-wheelers in the world. Reliance Industries leads worldwide in project management. In slow clock speed industries, Tata Steel is the lowest cost steel producer internationally. Infosys, Tata Consultancy Services, and Wipro have established their superiority over their international rivals in fast close speed producer like software. Historical background. A leisurely cursive through the history of any subject offers the reader a historical perspective and an opportunity at reflection, tracking the changing concept of the subject and what it has been at different points in time, also in identifying the patterns in the development of ideas. Most important, I hope an understanding of the history should foster the ability to sort through the barrage of the ideas, some good and some not so good about the subject. Operation management has been variously known as industrial management, management science, operation research, production management, production and operation management. The concept associated with operation management perhaps have their roots embedded in the development of yearly organization. The class of problems represented by operation management came into high relief in the era after the Industrial Revolution. This was a period of radical change. People got replaced by machines and water, and mule power replaced human muscular effort. These developments changed the nature of production. As production moved from the cottage to the factory, the seeds of the operation management sprouted on the fertile ground. Scientific management, time and motion study. In 1769, James Watt applied for the patent of the steam engine. In 1785, the steam engine was being manufactured and used. In 1790, Ely Whitney began mass production and introduced the concept of the standard interchangeable parts. By the late 70s, this had been resulted in the development of the machine tool industry, metal tools and machines that build the parts of other machines or goods become available. Many organizations evolved into large vertically integrated business, managers of the organization faced coordination problems of the unprecedented scope. Treatise on organizing, measuring, and managing production in these challenges setting were published. Patrick Winslow Taylor initiated this theory of the scientific management in the late 19th and the early 20th century. The basics of the scientific management was a focus on machines and the system on their utilization. It was based on Taylor's postulations. Scientific laws govern work, so scientific method can be used to analyze work. Workers are different, so match workers to their jobs and then train them thoroughly. Use implies self-interest to motivate, separate the responsibility of workers and managers. The concept of the scientific management led to the development of time and motion study. The first contribution in that direction was made by the Taylor in the 1880s. Early in the 20th century, Frank and Gilbert developed a more systematic and sophisticated method of time and motion study, taking into account the limits of the human physical and mental capacity and the importance of a good physical environment. Time and motion study is an analysis of the operation management required to manufacture an article in a factory. With the aim of the increasing efficiency, each operation is studied minutely and analyzed in order to eliminate unnecessary motions and thus reduce production time and raise output with increasing productivity. In the early 90s, Alfred P. Solon of the General Motors introduced the concept of the organizational management, and Henry Ford introduced assembly line manufacturing. The Hawthorne study by Elton Mayo in 1927 resulted in the human resource management. These developments changed the way operations were managed in businesses during this period. World War II to the 1960 operation research. Before World War II, the focus of the scientific management was based on the microeconomic in the manufacturing sector. During the war, the focus moved from the micro environment to the macro environment. A new multidisciplinary approach to the problem solving called operation research was developed. This was a quantitative approach basically concerned with the efficient allocation and control of resources. Multidisciplinary operation research groups, largely initiated and founded by the government and quasi-governmental organizations, were formed. These groups focused on the developing algorithm and methodology to solve optimization problems that arose in a broad range of the functional area. They successfully developed models of the linear programming, network flow problem, inventory theory, dynamic programming, machine maintenance, queuing and game theory, etc., to identify how operations should be improved. Example, while Dantigig applied linear programming to the traveling salesman problem, Clark, Scarp, etc., developed models on the inventory theory and so on. The Ford-Harris economic order quantity model, however, dates as far back as 1950. These early successes resulted in the birth of the operation research groups at many business organizations, which were formed with the objective of finding ways of improving performance. During the late 1960s, business schools began to take interest in the more scientific and rigorous approach advocated by the operations research group for decision making and incorporated this discipline in business curricula. Mathematical models in the operation management. At the center of the operation research, practice and theory is a diverse set of the mathematical models that are used to capture and explore a wide range of the real world setting. An operation research model is a mathematical abstraction or simplification of reality. The degree of simplification is a function of the data ability, time and resources, and the situational issues and decisions that the model is designed to address. Mathematics is is therefore useful and aid in calculating and giving insight to the real world situation. There are two types of the models that are used: optimization models and the heuristic models. Optimization models, production problem offer great opportunity for cost saving using optimization models. Such models reflect complex systems involving large numbers of decision variables and constants and broadly leveled mathematical programming models. Some of the most complex constant optimization models involve tens of the thousands of the constants and hundreds of the thousands of the decision variable. Operation researchers don't only model these complex systems but also have developed algorithms that can efficiently search for optimal or near optimal solutions. Another class of the deterministic models involve network routing through the network or optimal location on a network. Decision involving multi-objectives can be addressed with a general class of model called multi-criteria decision analysis. Heuristic model. For a great many problems, no solution technique is known at all. For these problems, heuristic solution techniques are the alternative. These are mathematical models to predict behavior of systems that attempt to provide service for randomly arising demands. Heuristic problem solving involves finding a set of rules for procedures that provide satisfactory solution to a specific problem. These models are sometimes called good enough, fast enough solution technique. There are mainly many valuable applications of the heuristic models, including traffic flow, vehicles, aircraft, people, and communications. Scheduling, patient in hospital, jobs on the machines, program on a computer, and a facility design, banks, post office, amusement parks, fast food, restaurant, etc. Mathematical models are created in a world of make believe and not in the real world. However, with a mathematical model in hand, the operation researcher can work with the managers and decision makers to evaluate decision alternatives or system redesign. The purpose of computing is insight, but it should not replace thought. The 1970s to the 1980s, the Japanese challenge. Operation Research faced a new challenge in this period. Japan, without the extensive knowledge of the operation research and the new models and methodology, was able to deliver vehicles to the European market at lower cost than the Europeans themselves. This made no sense at all to the West, and the industrial tension moved to the Japan. Since the Japanese system produced results, this created an interest in the use of this system. One of the major focus area was the Toyota production system. The Toyota production system was developed by the Taiichi Ohno and is now being implemented in many Western companies, usually under the name of the lean production or world-class manufacturing program. Ohno identified 7 categories of the Muda, that is known as the waste, which form the basis for process improvement. Defects including rework, overproduction of the good, not needed, wanted by the customers, inventory of goods awaiting further processing, unnecessary processing, unnecessary involvement of a people, unnecessary transportation of the goods, waiting by the employer for upstream activity. This resulted in important challenge in the field of the operation management. Holistic systems of the physical and human processes that extended its reach into the whole firm in a cross-disciplinary manner were introduced. Some of these that had a significant impact on business practice and performance were material requirement planning system, then later concepts such as a just-in-time and total quality management, etc. By the end of the 1980s, researchers and practitioners were using a broader set of paradigms in their quest to improve operations. Researchers were beginning to examine higher level issues in manufacturing strategy using an empirical approach. Tata production system, automations. Although JIT system control production quantities, defects would stop the flow of parts to the subsequent operation. Such a situation is avoided by a concept called an automation system. This is a Toyota coined word, and that means autonomous defects control. It is a worker control quality program. There are two versions of this. In mechanical equipment, this system is called Bakka-Yoka by Toyota. Machines in their factory are equipped with the automatic stopping devices that defect the defective part. As soon as defective part is detected, the machines comes to a stop so as to prevent flow of the defective parts to the next operation. In manual system, such as assembly operation, the system is called Anden. It is implemented through the worker who is required to press a stop button that interprets the line. When defective parts are detected, this prevents defective items from being produced in many quantities. The line is restarted when the problem has been resolved. In addition, the Yo-Aidon system is used to extend the concept of the teamwork on the shop floor and ensure that work at the various workstations is balanced. The system involves teamwork between adjacent operations. As workers at each station complete their work, they press a button. At the end of the cycle time, a red light lights at the workstation where the work is not completed. The entire line stops, and normally others nearby pitch in to help workers having difficulty. The line starts again when the red lights are off again. The 90s and after, the changes and the challenges of the 1970s and the 1980s generated a sense of identity crisis in the operation management. The disillusionment with operation management, however, was short-lived. There was a refocusing of the research question. This was a crucial driver of growth of the field in the 90s. Particularly, the research focus became more managerial, focusing on system design, information, and incentive, and less on the tactical execution. Another more important reason for the re-engineering importance of the operation management was development in the field of computers and communication technology. By the end of the 1980s, as the computational capacity increased dramatically, computers found use in the design and production. The newer models were developed for solving operation problems. These models were application-based and did not require extensive knowledge of the mathematics. Historical milestones in the operation management. 1875, James Watt, the steam was commercially manufactured. 1899, Eli Whitney introduced mass production and the concept of the standard interchangeable part. 1900, Frederick Taylor, scientific management. 1900, Frank and Leland Gilbert, time and motion studies. 1901, Henry H. Grant, scheduling. 1905, Henry Ford, assembly line. 1905, Alfred P. Solon, organizational management. 1927, Elton Mayo, human resource management. 1931, Walter S. Seward, quality control charts. 1935, H. F. Dodge and roaming, statistical sampling applied to the quality control. 1940, PMS Black Hat ETL operation research applications. 1947, George B. Dentigitel linear programming. 1950, A. Charles B. Cooper and H. Raifa nonlinear and stochastic process programming. 1970, O. J. Orlicke and O. Wright computer applications to manufacturing material requirement plan. 1980, W. E. Deming, Philip Crosby and Juran, General Motors and IBM quality and production applications for Japan, computer-aided design and manufacturing, CAD/CAM, robotics. 1990, Netscape, US Department of the Defense, Michael Hammer, James Champy, Internet, Electronic Enterprises, Business Process Engineering. 2000, Amazon, eBay, Yahoo, America Online, Dr. Daniel Whiteley and Professor Charles Fine, MIT, e-commerce, agile manufacturing, high performance work system. The combination of the computer and communication advances affected the way business was conducted, and it was particularly impacted many services industry. The development of the better and faster microprocessors, communication technology, miniaturization and digitization created a new lease of the life and added vigor to the development of new techniques in the operation management. Chronology of operation management themes: cost and efficiency, defect reduction and product quality, customer driven design, production flexibility, fast response, and exceptional services. 1970 and the earlier, that is related to the cost, mass production, functional specialization. 1980s, lean manufacturing, cross-functional coordination. 1990, value, agile manufacturing, mass customization, service excellence, high performance work system, 2000 and beyond. Some important development during this period were to move towards an interdisciplinary research. There was also an explicit recognition of businesses as decentralized entities of control that provided local incentive to its employee. The relationship and the criteria of the analysis, there was re-emergence of the economic equilibrium that the sole owner optimally become the focal criteria in the new approach. Operation management underwent three key shifts in the emphasis: from cost and efficiency to value creation, from mass production to agility and customization, from functional specialization to a system approach to achieving high performance. Figure 1.1 shows the way operation management themes have been changing over the last 4 decades. These are the self-assessment, fill in the blanks. Before World War II, focus of the scientific management was based in the manufacturing sector. The concept of the scientific management led to the development of the study. The Toyota production system is now being implemented in many Western countries, usually under the names of the world-class manufacturing program. Defining operation management. Productive systems are those that convert or transfer resource input into useful goods and services as output. Such productive systems are generally referred to as an operation system. Operation management, often described as a production and operation management, relates to the management of such system of the many development taking place in the discipline in the recent past. The most radical is perhaps the concept of what the discipline represents. Up to the 1970s, operation management was considered as a center system with its basic focus on the cost reduction. Since the 1990s, it has been increasingly recognized as a basis for value creation within the organization. Both these views on the operation management coexist today. In smaller organizations where the competition is price sensitive, markets are small, and customer needs are well defined, the focus is on the cost of the reduction aspect of the operation management. However, as the organization grows, the parameters of the competition increases, market logistics become more complex, and customers become more demanding. The focus of the operation management as a value creation function provides greater rewards. Modern versus traditional approach. There are therefore two ways, traditional and modern, in which operation management is viewed. The traditional view perceives operation management as a system that is involved with the manufacture and production of goods and services. The more modern view perceives operation management as a system designed to deliver the value. Let us discuss these two perspectives in the greater detail. Transformation approach. The traditional definition considers operation management to be the transformation system. According to this view, operation management is the business function that manages that part of a business that transforms raw material and human inputs into goods and services of the higher value. According to this definition, operation management transports input into the output of goods or services. Example, a manufacturing plant takes raw material in the form of the parts, components, and subassembly and transforms them into a manufactured product such as a automobile by the use of the resources such as labor, capital, and energy. It is the task of the operation management to set up and run the system that can produce or provide the required output. The specification of the output are the starting point for getting the desired output. The specification and the quality of the input is first determined. The responsibility of the operation management is to transform these input into the outputs in such a way that the outputs have greater value than the cost of input plus the cost related to the investment in the process. This is because in a system based on the input-output concept, controls can be basically exercised on variable cost. The variable costs are made of a input model cost and the process cost. Once a process has been selected, it is difficult to alter the process. Therefore, process costs are relatively stable. The input cost reflect that part of the variable cost that can be basically control of the input cost, therefore becomes the basis for the measurement of the performance of the system. The primary system of analysis and control of the effectiveness of the operation management system is the break-even analysis. The operation management as a transformation process. Input, transformation, output. Input, process, output, performance measurement. Operation management has a number of functions to carry out the transformation process effectively. The functions incorporate different roles that are interdependent but which can be grouped under 5 main headings. Product, the role of the operation management is to ensure that the product is manufactured as per specification and the plan. Plant, in order to make the product, plant and equipment is required. Operation management has to consider that the plant meets specification and is in keeping with the requirement. Process, there are many ways of producing the output. Product and the operation management has the responsibility of choosing the best way. Program, the production program ensures that the schedule of the production are met. People, production depends on the people and their skills and motivation. Operation management has to ensure that skills and motivated workers are available. Operation management, seen in this way, is the science of the optimizing transformation process during which set of the inputs are converted efficiently and economically into outputs. With the objective of improving profitability of the organization, we will discuss the components of operation management in the value-driven approach. As the value-driven approach is border-based, this traditional view becomes a subset of the larger landscape. Value-driven approach. The second approach is a value-driven approach to the operation management. The value-driven approach starts by recognizing that a business is a set of processes, each of which has inputs, output, and a structure. Each process has a job to do, and each process should be measured on the how effective it is in achieving the desired outcomes. The core process model, as shown in the table below, is a simple model based on the 4 core business processes describing the function of the business organization. There can be many more core process depending upon the business and how it is structured. Core process model. Core process are there, determining the customer needs, monitor the competitive environment, market products and provide after sales service, measure customer satisfaction, understand customers, market segments and the competitive environment. Develop product strategy, evaluate product concept, create new product design and or product improvement. Build and test prototype, develop new products or product improvements. Secure processes and materials to satisfy demand. Operation planning and control processes. Manage product transformation process. Manage business logistics. Manage the supply chain process. Manage strategic planning processes. Manage human resources. Manage information system. manage financial resources, enterprise management, and business support activity. Determine customer needs. It is critical for the organization to know the customer needs in order to support the firm's demand, its forecasting needs, and its product design and development activity. The supporting business processes are involved in marketing products and providing after sales service. There has to be a measure of the customer satisfaction. There is also a requirement to understand the specific needs of different market segments and the nature of the competitive environment. For fast-paced firms, customer relationship management has become important. Many software firms in India are developing applications that are designed to keep them in a position to understand what their customers want, and in some cases, how it can enhance the marketing capability of its sales forces. In order to determine the customer needs, it is necessary to monitor the competitive environment, develop product strategy. These involve marketing, operations, and engineering activity in order to create products and customer desires. These require an ability to evaluate product concepts so that there is support to design new products or introduce product improvements. The slower the pace, the more is the focus on delighting customers by finding better ways to incrementally improve products that already exist. But as the pace of the business increases, the greater is the need to be aware of the competitive challenges that new technology and competitors introduce into the marketplace. The organization has to develop the ability to understand and potential customer and the pleasing and displeasing consequences associated with the changes. An aggressive competitive market exploits the limitation of an organization. As such, it has to possess the ability to design, build, and test prototypes and develop new products or product improvements before the competition. This risk is that if the firm does not replace, upgrade its existing products in time, some other firm will secure processes and materials to satisfy demand. Management activity involves selection of the raw materials from vendors and the ultimate delivery and servicing of the product of the customers. These activities include operation planning and control process and managing the product transformation process. In addition, the business logistics and the supply chain process play a critical part and have to be managed effectively. In today's world, supply chain players are widely distributed and will seldom lie within the firm's boundary, hence making the need to manage the flow of materials effectively more challenging. Manage strategic planning process. Support business processes are essential to all organizations. The strategic planning process defines the firm's as well as its one operation management function. It also specifies what it must to do achieve the corporate goal. The human resource management function creates an organization design that is suited to the competitive environment and provides and or enhances the human capital needed by other functions to effectively carry out their tasks. The management information system group provides timely information that is needed to assess the competitive environment and the performance of its business function. The accounting and business finance group monitor the use of the financial asset and make steps to ensure that the financial base of the organization is both adequate and efficiently utilized. These has to be an adequate interface between all the functions. Operation management activity are mostly involved in the second and third core processes. Operation management as a value of creating the activity contributes to the customer satisfaction process by assessing the to design and develop products that possess the capability to satisfy the customer's functional need with the desired level of the design, quality, and cost. Operation management is defined as the following. Operation management constitutes all of the activities that an organization conducts in order to deliver value of its customer. It is the set of the process that transforms either materials or information into a product or services. The operation function contributes to the value delivery to the customers by significant improvement in cost, quality, and timeliness and ability of the product and services. Organization can use effective operation management either to show improvements in the performance and quality coupled with the lower prices in the real value or to help rise their bottom line. Consider the consumer durable sector in India. During the last 12 months, the market leaders have given a lead by lowering prices by 20-40% on the almost their entire product range. The decline in prices is attributed to substantial value engineering and technology improvement. This in turn has resulted in a 16-18% increase in the consumer demand for the industry. Such dramatic changes are also seen in other technology products. On the other hand, during the same period in the FMCG segment, most leading companies have reported appreciable growth in profits despite the reduction in sale and staging top lines. They have managed to effectively protect prices by squeezing costs through better sourcing, better supply chain, and by reducing overhead cost. The average profit growth has been in the region of the 10%, while average sales have reduced by 5%. The value chain model. In the overall execution of the core process, operation management play an extremely important role. Operation management process are designed to deliver value and contribute to the customer satisfaction process in two significant ways. Operation management assists in organizations product innovation process to design and develop products that can satisfy and customer functional needs with the desired level of design quality and cost. Product design determines product specification to meet the customer needs. Process development describes the production method necessary to make the products. These two functions have to work together for innovation and systemization go hand in the hand. It is only possible with tight integration between these two functions that more new products can be launched faster. Shrinking product life cycle make this an important requirement, especially for fast clock speed industry. Operation management designs and manages the value chain for the manufacturing goods and delivery services. Are the process and supply chain needed to create, deliver, and service the product sold. It is in addition involved in designing and managing processes that support the value chain, such as a purchasing and materials management, storage and transportation, customer support, and work system. Initiatives such as the simultaneous engineering and yearly supplier involvement in the product design process elevate the role of the operation in the product and service concept design. Its performance matrices in delivering value in controlling and improving the value chain and support processes to achieve and sustain high levels of the business and organizational performance can be judged on its capability to do. Deliver a product that measures up to design specification. Be flexible enough to offer products to customers depending on how, when, and where they want it. Do the above at an acceptable cost. Operation management is no longer merely something that has to go done in order to proceed with business as usual. It successfully helps organizing to squeeze out the waste and focus on how to differentiate from competitors in the meaningful way. Where operation management was once viewed primarily as a manufacturing function, service firms are now recognizing its tremendous competitive potential instead of a focus on cost. The focus of the now encompasses relatively as well as delivery times. Operation management is now a major contributor to the design and management of the supply chain needed to create, deliver, and service the product sold. Self-assessment questions is there. The view process operation management is a system that is involved with the manufacture and production of goods and services. The view perceives operation management as a system designed to deliver value. Operation management designs and manages the for manufacturing goods and delivery services. Operation management basics. The value-driven approach focuses on the value provided to the customers. Customers are those who purchase final goods and services. Those who ultimately use the products are called consumers. The consumer and the customer may not be the same person. Example, it is known that the wives generally buy their husband's wardrobe. Here, the consumer is the man while the customer is the woman. Similarly, the recipients of the goods and services from external suppliers are called external customer, while the recipients of the goods and services from internal suppliers are called internal customers. Example, in Scott's Limited, the engine plant of the tractor division in Plant 1 purchases engine casting from Menon and Menon in Kolhapur. The engine plant is an external customer of the casting company. In turn, the engine plant supplies the machine engine block to the tractor assembly in Plant 3 and Plant 3 as internal customer to the Plant 1. The distinction between consumers and customers, internal and external, is important for the operation manager. The concept of the internal customer has profoundly changed operations management thinking. It helps employees understand how they fit into the system and how their work contributes to the final product, and it enables managers to view the organization as a system. The needs of each group are quite different and lead to the different operation capability that must be met. Example, a customer product company like Hindustan Lever must pay attention to the consumer's needs for product quality and performance, as well as to external customers. An independent retail outlet like Morning Stores in Delhi needs to supply the right products at the right time. The value seesaw, the value model, delivered performance, sale-made, order loser value, short and long-term cost. The value accept concept is represented by the value seesaw shown in figure 1.3. The right-hand box represents the product life cost associated with the acquiring, operating, and disposing of the product. For a simple product such as a bar Cadbury chocolate, there is the prices of the chocolate and perhaps some both decay to. Note that the customer, perhaps your mother, worries about both decay, but you a customer are less concerned with these long-term consequences. For other products such as a nuclear power plant, calculating the life cycle cost of the product is more difficult since its economic life and end of life disposal costs are hard to estimate. The left-hand box represents the sum of the benefits that will occur if the product is purchased and consumed. No matter how cheap a chocolate is, consumers would not want if it does not satisfy need. What we need in some means to measure these benefits. The value of the product is the ratio of the performance divided by cost, as is shown in the question below. Value equal to performance divided by the cost. Performance have functionality, quality, speed, timeliness, and flexibility. If a company's product is compared with that of a computer's product, the product with the highest ratio will be the most valued by the customer. This is the value equation. Performance is defined by the cumulative benefits that will result if the product is purchased and used as intended. When a product or service is purchased, the buyer has an intended use for it functionally as a measure of extent of the product. When properly used, is able to accomplish the intended fit. Quality is broadly defined as the extent to which a product or service is delivered in the consistent with that of the customer has been led to the expect. An organization's speed is often measured in two dimensions: how long a customer must wait for the product once it is requested, and how long it takes to design, develop, and introduce new products. Timeliness is the ability of a firm to get the right product to targeted customers at the most desirable time. Flexibility is the input to the value equation relating to the ability of the operation management system to give the customers the desired product. Operation manager evaluate cost measured in money terms or it contributes into the important roles: enhancing values, servicing as a performance metric of the business process. The element is the Value equation that is of the primary importance, it is often called the order winner. Order winner are attributes that reflect a customer's preference and dominate the other elements of value. Excellent food offered by the restaurant may be an order winner over time. Order winner often involved into the order qualifies as the value provided by the competition improves. Example, Sony's Transition picture tube was an order winner, become an order qualifier as the quality of the competition improved. Having a high quality picture tube was no longer enough for Sony to win the customer. Sometimes a value equation component has a trait that can make the consumer decide is not purchasing the product. Such traits are called order losers. Human rights activities dissuade the people from buying products made through the crude labor. In this case, products identified as being produced by the children become loser. The self-assessment, filling in the blanks. The concept of the customer has profoundly changed operation management thinking. Is a measure of the extent of the product, when properly used, is able to accomplish the intended fit. The element is that value equation that is of the primary importance is often called. The operation manager's role. A modern operation manager performs many roles. Figures below reflects the relationship between in various process components of the business environment. As will be seen from the figure, unlike the transportation approach, the organization relationship starts with the external environment that includes suppliers and customers. There is a continuous feedback into the system which makes the environmental dynamic. Figure 1.4, value-driven concept of the operation management. Suppliers, input, materials, capital, equipment, people, information technology. Feedback, processes, operation management, outputs, goods, tangible services, customers. In this dynamic environment, the operation manager must understand his roles. These keep modifying the focus, keep changing in the context of the focus of the change that operate and impact the functioning of the organization. The role of the operation manager have to be suitably moderated depending on the change circumstances. The primary role of the operation manager is to accomplish the department's mission as best possible. The department mission can be segregated into three different decision areas. These are the structural decision, infrastructural decision, organizational decision. Structural decision refer to the hardware of the organization. They are long-term decisions that require substantial capital investment and are difficult to reserve once they are in place. Example, the structural decision are the number and sizes of facility and the types of the processing equipment. Infrastructural decision are the software of operation. These are typical in nature and facilitate the management day-to-day issue. Machine loading and the changing of the die in a forging unit. Table below describes the decision area in the detail. Category, structure, infrastructure, decision area, products, what, processes, how, capacity, how much, facilities, where, quality management, how to improve, schedule management, when. Typical questions are, do we produce standard or custom products and services? Do we make to order or to make stock? What kind of equipment should we use? How much of the process should be automated? How should processes be configured? How much is needed? What type? When should be capacity be increased or decreased? Where they are located? What products should be produced in each? How do we prevent defects and errors? How do we improve products and processes? Should scheduling be centralized or decentralized? How do we prioritize work and for the customer orders? Contemporary challenges. How do we design products and services that are easy to make? How can we coordinate design terms that are scattered across the world? How do we exploit new IT development such as the internet for the rapid flexible responses to the customer needs? How do we use flexible capacity options such as a temporary workers and economy of scope for the competitive advantage? How do we manage and exploit global opportunity for locating facility? How can we better learn from the customer? How can we improve quality to world-class standards? How do we use available cost and financial information, including how do we integrate enterprise resource planning system into operations. People and the organization. Inventory and supply chain management, how to acquire and deliver. Workforce and productivity, who, organization, what structure, strategy, how to manage growth, what products should be outsourced, how many suppliers should be used, what skill level and training should be employed, what types of the compensation and reward system are based, is a hierarchical or team-based work structure better, should be trained in-house or outsourced, how to respond to customers' special needs, what information do we need to effectively manage growth? How to manage the supply chain for increased value to the customer? What effect does the internet have? How can we develop truly highly performance work system? How can we better align work system with long range plans and objectives? What structures are best suited for operations in the different country? Should we flatten the organization, lean manufacturing? How can we develop a learning organization in a globalized environment? How can we best look at the organization across functional boundaries? The departmental mission will to a large extent depend on the nature of the product, whether the organization is dealing with the goods, services or contract, whether the product department mission is judged on three components: cost minimization, delivery reliability, product quality. Equally, if not more important, is the ability to manage humans in a way that it mutually satisfies the subordinates, peers, and superiors, and this involves getting the necessary things done. Effective operation manager must show commitment both to their employees and to the organization's objective. Workers expect good managers to be fair and impartial in an era of downsizing and disintermediation. Workers who like to feel that their manager is an effective advocate when it comes to advancing or protecting their jobs. The advocacy role is often in conflict with other real corporate needs. The need to have team players understand and are committed to the corporate mission. Resolving this conflict to the everyone's satisfaction is often art. Operation management is also a part of the getting work done through people. The operation manager is also the supply chain manager, coordinator in a manufacturing organization. Example, the manager must view the entire flow of goods and information within the supply chain, whether this falls within the corporation's legal boundary or within that of the suppliers and customer outside the organization. The operation manager also has duties that involve cross-functional participation with the business process in other three core processes. The most important non-supply chain business process is the product innovation process, but activities involving human resource management, accounting, marketing, and R&D process also are critical contributors to the operation manager's effectiveness. In fast-paced business settings, since operation managers are almost the closest to the customers, they can provide quick feedback to the strategic planning process and regarding the changing in the market. Good operation managers are expected to manage existing business processes while helping get the firm ready for the future. Take a hospital, say Apollo Hospital, and explain the conservation taking place. What are the hospital's overall objectives of the operation system and how does hospital to achieve it? New United Motor Manufacturing, established in 1984 as a joint venture between the General Motor Corporation and Toyota. New United Motor Manufacturing took over the former General Motors plant. The plant on 2,000 acres east of the State 18, south of the formation of the Boulevard, occupies about 5.3 million square feet. This was a 50-50 joint venture that produced Toyota Corolla and the Charvos Nova. Today's secrets are not secret. Its production system, which is stasis eliminating all wasted material and labor has been written about and excluding detail. Numni is proof of this. The plant, which had operated from 1963 to the 1981, had been closed down as it was plugged by the labor dispute. Tota turned the plant around extra quick. They hired the best of the former workers and created teams of the multi-skilled workers. Absenteeism dropped to less than 2% compared to the 20% under the old of the management. Productivity at the plant rose to twice the average level of the other GM plants. The Toyota managers achieved this improvement by focusing on the 5 areas. New products were designed for easy assembly and easy modification. Production layout was organized by the product needs. Production flow was managed with little or no inventory. Workers shared responsibility for the quality. Employees were encouraged to participate in nearly all decisions. The system improvement did not come from technology investment. It was transferred by how the managers were able to integrate the different elements into a coherent operation strategy. Even without much automation, each worker was producing 63 cars a year by 1980, more than any other US plant and 40% above the average at that time. 20 years later, in the 2004, the company sells 2.1 million vehicles in the North America. Today, Numni contributes to the flourish as a company of the 5,000 team members with Toyota's engineering, cement, Toyota's managers transport, integrated Numni assembly plant into a GM's most efficient factory using what is described as the Toyota way, a corporate philosophy that endowers employee. Interface with the other functions. Well-designed manufacturing and service operations exploit a company's distinctive competency, the strength unique to the company. To meet these needs, such strengths might be a particularly skilled or creative workforce, strong distribution networks, or the ability to rapidly develop new products or quickly change production output rates. A good operation manager will interface with other functions in order to exploit the competency of the organization. We can analyze the interface requirement from another angle also. From the point of the view of the operation management process, generally process involve combination of the people, machines, tools, techniques, materials in a systematic series of steps or actions. The overall value chain extends from supplier to customer. Input consists of the sources related to the materials like capital, equipment, personal, information, and energy used to produce the desired output. Input typically are selected by the operation functions in association with other functions. Output are the final product, whether of the tangible goods or the intangible services. Some of the interfaces with other functional area in the organization are described below. Operation management, marketing interface. Marketing is responsible for understanding the customer needs, generating and maintaining demand for the firm's product, ensuring customer satisfaction, and developing new market and product potential. The firm's strategic positioning and its market segmentation decision to a large extent determine the manufacturing and the operation strategy. In addition, marketing is the key information gatekeeper between operations and the product market. Marketing determines the kind of the product customers value. This starts prior to product development, positioning, pricing, forecasting, and promotions, both before and after product launch. Interdisciplinary cooperation involving operations and marketing decision go back over the decades. Conflict between operations and marketing in most organizations result from the lack of the broad agreement on the critical organizational decisions such as the width of the product line, the amount of time taken to deliver the product, and service or quality level. The interface between these two functions offer wide leverage in most organizations, increased understanding and trust between operation and marketing peoples, many organizations to higher level of effectiveness. Operation management, finance interface, capital equipment, cost control policies, pricing volume decisions, and inventories constitute the interface with financial decision making. And acquisition and management of asset is an important part of the decision making. Finance and operation need to work together to understand the nature of technology used in the operation and the practice performance gap in their organization. Tracking performance requires that the organization develop common objective platform for the performance improvement. Finance provide data on product and service cost that help managers evaluate operational performance. Operation managers should have knowledge of the financial procedures, limit and capability. The effectiveness of the operation planning and budgeting is often driven by the level of the cooperation between these two areas. Operation management design interface, shrinking product life cycle have been adding demands on the product development processes. This is especially true for the industry that have a high clock speed. Launching more new products faster requires right integration between the design and operation management function. Initiative such as the simultaneous engineering and early supplier involvement in the product design processes not only aid to the role of the operation but also improve the perception of value provided in the product and service concept design process. In addition, process development and engineering is responsible for the production method necessary to make the products. This function has a great impact on operations. Therefore, cooperation between these three functions, process engineering, design and operation, leads to improved organizational performance. Operation management, human resource interface. No plant manager anywhere would ignore the role of the good people management in running an efficient operation. The human resource function include operations approaches such as a continuous improvement and total quality that rely mainly on the human input. Decision about the people and the organization of the operation functions interact significantly with both structural and infrastructural decisions. Such issues are not unique to the operation function. However, they impact other functions are dealt with more effectively through the human resource management function. As organization increasing out for the flexing time, the operation function has to develop unique process configuration to accommodate employee with minimum disruption in the flow of the work. Operation management and the human resource department have to cooperate for the recruiting and training employee, enhancing employee well-being and development, and fostering motivation that are vital to the success of the management policy in practice. Operation management information system. Information system provides, analyze, and coordinate the information needs of the operation. The distributed processing environment and the growth and evolution of the enterprise resource planning system for the organization have a direct impact on the operation. It allows organizations to generate relevant information and make appropriate information available when needed. The operation plans become the driver of all business plannings, including recruiting, cash flow, and marketing promotions. With computer integrated manufacturing system, IT plays a very important role. In services, the human resource focus is vital as customers' perception of an organization are generally formed by the interaction with customer contact personnel, such as a customer service representative. In many organizations, similar activity are performed at different locations or at the same location by different people. Examples would be a manufacturer with the plants spread out all over the world. However, knowledge is rarely if every share among employees performing similar jobs. Information technology provides an option for managing and sharing knowledge. It dramatically improves the task of managing knowledge. Advances in process automation allows firms to redefine their core process and design better systems to accommodate the needs of the product and service variety. E-commerce creates new demands for the managing processes while also providing new opportunity for reconfiguring them. Much progress in the information technology is wasted if the operation function does not respond to the challenges created by the increased availability of the information and knowledge. This approach emphasizes cross-functional thinking and relates it to the context of the overall activity of organization. Operation management measures the effectiveness of the people, processes, and technology so that an enterprise can perform better, faster, and with greater productivity. It provides customers with products and services and supports corporate strategy by working with marketing, finance, and human resource area. The self-assessment question is there, the firm's strategic positioning and its segmentation decision to a large extent determine the manufacturing and operation strategy. Decision about the people and organization of the operation function interact significantly with both the structural and decision. The effectiveness of the operational planning and budgeting is driven by the level of the between two areas. The class of the problem represented by the operation management came into high relief in the era of the after the industrial revolution. An important reason for the re-engineering importance of the operation management was development in the field of the computers and communication technology. The traditional view perceives operation management as a system that is involved with the manufacture and production of the goods and services. The more modern view perceives operation management as a system designed to deliver value. This distinction between the customers and the customers, internal and external, is important for operation managers. The role of the operation manager have to be suitably moderated depending on the change circumstances. The primary role of the operation manager is to accomplish the department's mission as best as possible. Finance provides data on product and service cost that help managers evaluate operational performance. The distributed processing environment and the growth and evolution of the enterprise resource planning system for the organization have a direct impact on operations. Keywords, contracts, these constitute business exchanges in which neither service nor goods are transferred. Instead, there is an implicit understanding between the customer and the provider that goods and services will provide on an needed basis. Goods, these are tangible items that are usually produced in one location and purchased in another. They can be transferred from one place to another and stored for purchase by a consumer at a later time. Operation research is the application of the scientific methods to improve the effectiveness of the operation, decision, and the management. Services are the tangible products that are consumed as they are created. Direct customers contact is a key characteristic of the services. Value model, people part with their money to buy a product when it delivers more value than the value of the attribute to the money exchange. These are the review questions and these are the answers to the self-assessment. What do you need to accept the operation management should be viewed as a system? What are the subsystems within the operation function and what is the silence? Define operations process and explain its key components. What challenges do operation manager face in managing process? What is the system view of the operation management? Processes can result in tangible or intangible products. There are different elements involved in these two types of the processes. Distinguish between the different aspects of these processes. Well-designed manufacturing and service operations exploit a company's distinctive competency. The strength unique so that company to meet these needs. Explain the importance issue with transformation. Many other firms have excelled at operation to improve their competitive position. The student is expected to show how these competency and strength have been brought about in operation management. Operation manager of a firm has to coordinate with other departments in order to organize the production activity in an effective manner of the firm. Explain. These are the answers for the self-assessment and these are the further reading. Further heading, production operation management, text and cases, Excel books. J.H. Richard and present operation management, a field distributed journal of the management. Hayes and Robert towards a new architecture of production operation management 9. This R.C. Manchadda, production and operation management, Excel books, New Delhi. Samba Richard, world class manufacturing, the next decade, new work, due few phrases. Thank you. And next series of the lecture of the Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar will be later on the other topics.